Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It is Thursday the 23rd of July. We have new mods, we have a load of updates again. The updates are as follows. From the top left we have got updates to the Krona KWT 1122 Tedder. We've got the Lizard D35 pack, trailer pack has had an update. The Case 110 Crumbler, the Case Tigermate 200 have had updates. The Case Ecolotil 2500, the Pottinger Nova Alpine Front Mower has had an update. The Pottinger Servo 35 Plough, little pack. The Kuhn VB 2190 with attachable bale wrapper. The container pallets Husbandry Sheep and Husbandry Chicken, all by DD Mod Passion at the bottom, have had updates. Those all kind of come as part of one kind of usable mod package. Those are the updates for today. So, straight into it. I don't think we've got as many mods as yesterday. Or there was one that popped up that terrified me, and I'll explain that in a minute. We have got in front of us, this is the Pottinger Euroboss Pack. This is by Konstii.ls, I think it's LS, not IS. Yeah, Konstii.ls. There are three in this pack. In front of us is the Euroboss 330H with the folded down top. The three different versions of this, you can have it with the top flat down completely for one capacity. You can have it flat down the other way. You can have it slightly open like that for a different capacity, and then fully open. But you can't do it from the actual vehicle, you buy them separately, which is another one of those odd ones. You think you could have one that you could adjust up and down, but I suppose changing the capacities like that on the fly is quite tricky to do. But anyway, nice tidy mod. Like I say, there are three in this pack. We'll have a look at them in the mod hub in a second. These are loading wagons, so they will do your forage crops and those types of things. Front section drops down, turns on, and as you go along it will pick up your swaths of grass or straw or whatever it might be off of the ground. These you will find under loading wagons. So we've got the Pottinger Euroboss 250H. That one is 14 slots. Actually, we're going to have to look at all of them because they've got different capacities. So you can have it like that, the smaller version here, 10,000 litres, body folded back small. You can have body folded back, not small, that takes up to 12,000 litres. Body folded front, now this is weird, because if you have it like that, it's 10,000 litres. Have it like that, it's 12,000. Odd, but anyway. So that's body folded front, 12,000 litres. And then if you have it up completely, it's 17,500 litres. Only requires 45 horsepower to pull, so pretty good. We can change the design. That puts mud guards with a kind of hazard warning thing around the tyres. And then tyre choices, we can have standard or a kind of knobbly version on this particular one. If we go to the middle one, the Euroboss 330H, which is the one I've got, the price goes up a little bit. Still 45 horsepower required to pull it. So body folded back small, 17,000 litre capacity. Body folded back up a little bit, 19,000 litres. Body folded front, 19,000 litres. Body unfolded, 28,300 litres. Again, we can have mudguards around this. With this one, we will set up. We can have standard wides, or we can have a double axle with chunky tyres. For some reason, I don't know if it's just different widths. I think it's different widths, and then back to our single axle like so. These will work at 13 miles an hour. Then we've got the Euroboss 370H for 45 grand for the base model. This is 15 slots. That one was 15, that was 14. And the same thing with this one folded back is 20,200. 20,200 front, so there's not one in between, actually, that's true. Back 20,000, 20,200, then 30,300 for body unfolded, standard or with mudguards. And then again we can change our tyre options, so we've got twin axle, standard, knobbly tyres, a couple of knobbly tyres, I think wider options, and then back to standard again. So those are our options on the Pottinger Euroboss Pack by Konstii.ls. Moving on, we've got this. This is the PS6 This is by FSSA modding team. This will use 26 slots. Now I'm a little bit baffled with this one. I know it's never a good sign when I say I'm baffled, but in the Modhub, now this didn't appear on the website, but when you went into the game Modhub it was there, and it said about it taking solids and liquids as well, but it's an open trailer. I couldn't find an option or a version of it that took liquids. I went into animals and it's all over the place, so I was a bit puzzled by that. Anyway, it's a nice tidy mod, nice detail on it. It's only a very small trailer, 6,000 litre capacity. Got a few options available on this. This you'll find under trailers. Yeah, it was trailers. Things have been appearing in the weirdest of places of late. So there you go, 6,000 litres will take all of those crop types, but like I say, it doesn't say anything about liquid, so I'm not quite sure on that, whether it's just a typo or maybe on PC there's other versions, but I couldn't find another version of it. Again, it could be me just missing something obvious in the mod hub. It happens every now and again. This will, you know, like I said, 26 slots, which is fairly high. 3,850 to buy, so pretty cheap. Car nods that. We can have it in blue, we can have it in red, we can have it in green. Then we can have wheel setup standard or new, and that adds 400 on if you go for the new version. Those are your options. That's it. That's what you get. We are going to use it in a little while actually to show something. But unloading is like so. Nice smooth animation. Whole bucket thing tips up. What we will do is just whiz over here very quickly, because it says all those crop types, and it would be very odd to have a liquid in the back of this. I can't imagine, unless I'm sure I'm not misremembering. I'm pretty sure that's what I read in the store menu, but in the mod hub menu. But yeah, we'll go through all the various different things. It won't do liquids, not this one. But yeah, anyway, so that's it. That's the PS6 by FSSA modding team. I'm going to leave that there for the moment, so we'll come back to that later on. Moving on. Now, before all of you aficionados get excited, this is not a 3-metre cultivator. It's a disc harrow. I'm just joking, it does the same job. It is a 3-metre cultivator for all intents and purposes. It does come under disc harrows. This is the Lemken Rubin 12300 by BeastKiller. Really nicely detailed, lots going on here. And this will cultivate to 3 metres, which is kind of what you'd expect from a 3-metre cultivator. So, I mean, not that you... Most of you by now know what a 3-metre cultivator will do and what it looks like. I'm going to open this. I don't think there's any other options on this. It's just lower cultivator. I don't think there's anything, nothing opens up or anything like that. We'll just lower it down. And away we go. Everything does what it should do, as one would expect. This you'll find, as I've already said, under disc harrows, 14,500 to buy. Is 3 metres. It will require 100 horsepower. It will run at 10 miles per hour. 4 slots, not too heavy from the slot count if you're on console. If you are new to the game, it may be a case of you are puzzled when I'm talking about that. But we have power harrows, cultivators, and disc harrows. If you're trying to do cultivating, any one of those, power harrows, cultivators, disc harrows, will do cultivating. On FS17 they were all under just cultivators, but in FS19 they were separated out into cultivators, disc harrows and power harrows, because in the real world they are slightly different. So, you know, it's just separate categories, but they will do the same thing. Moving on, let's drop that off. We have got, this is rather cool, I like the look of this. This is the Holaras Turbo A270V. This is a power sweep, and this is used for cleaning animals, cleaning animal areas, that kind of thing. Really nicely detailed. Love the look of it. does have lights on the front of it as well, so I'm going to turn the lights on. The lights work. I don't know where I was going with that. The lights work, yeah. We do have the option to change the brush colour in the store. This will run you back 6 slots, and it's by not ready. Trying to think there's anything else I need to say on that one. You'll find it. Where was it? My mind's gone blank. Was it under animals? Was it under miscellaneous? Yes, it was under animals. Sweeper Turbo A270V, 8,700 to buy. Like I say, 6 slots to use. It will sweep up, clean up any of those things along the bottom. It has got 1,490 litre capacity. I could have sworn the PS4 Modhub said that at a 1,890. Again, I could be misremembering. Options available, like I say, we can change the design colour, which changes the brush colour underneath. If you look underneath, you can see the brush colour changing, like so. There you go. So, we're going to give this a bit of a whirl. Help menu. We can L1 and right stick side to side, so we can tilt it, twist it, so if we're clearing around feed areas and things are a little bit tight or awkward, or you need to adjust it, we can adjust it like so. We can raise and lower, like so. And then what else have we got? We can open up the front like that, so you can get to the brush bit. So I think that's for collecting. I think if you raise that, it doesn't store the stuff. Now, I'll be honest, this is a first impressions one. This I haven't actually used this yet. I'll turn it on. I'm just thinking, does it sweep the floor as well? Don't think it does, because some of these brushes will clear up. Let's move that straight. Will clear up like tyre tracks and stuff. I don't think it does. So what we'll do, let's try it like so. Oh, that's interesting. So it's not doing anything. It's kind of spreading it. It's not actually storing it. I wonder what will happen now then. I'll close that down. Doesn't really want to. Oh, there we go. So now we are collecting up our pig food. Now this might actually be better off pulled behind, will it? I'm sure the picture on the Modhub showed it. But there you go. That's just picked up 1,206 litres, stored away. And then as far as I'm aware, this is probably what this is for. Get where we're going, raise it up. Do we have to unload? Or do we just open it? Oh, we just open it, there we go, look. So if we get where we're going, we can unload it into a trough or back somewhere else, or whatever we want to do with it. That's pretty cool, I like that. That's a nifty bit of kit. Nifty bit of kit, that. I think it's designed for bigger tractors. I'm pretty sure it does say in the Modhub. Sweepers are specially developed for use on heavy tractors. But yeah, it's a pretty cool bit of kit, that. Very, very nice. That's by not ready. Let's close that off again. If you're wondering how I'm closing and opening my menu without going into the main menu, I have a Logitech heavy equipment side panel plugged into my PlayStation Pro. So that's what gives me that option. Let's go to this one next. Right, we have got this is the old water trailer by Baki. This is a 1,000 litre water trailer. Does exactly what it says on the tin. It holds water. 1,000 litres worth. There are no options available, I don't think, on this, and this will only do water. It doesn't do milk or anything else, it just does water. This you will also find under animals. 2,000 to buy, 1,000 litre capacity. Like I said, no options available. You get what you get, and that's what it does. Moving on, we have got this. This is the fast coupler Fliegl fork. This is by Fabian, Gogobear, Konstii.ls. Now, this does say it doesn't say a required mod. I'm pretty sure when I installed this, it automatically installed the fast coupler mod. That's the tractor triangle coupler, and that you'll find under weights. So if you look under weights when you download and install this, I'm pretty sure it automatically installed it. But yeah, that one installed. So if you try and hook this up with a 3-point link, it won't do it unless you've got that fast coupler attachment. Then it'll work perfectly. This is a round bale grab. It is adjustable, so we can open the actual kind of fork sections out, so it will fit various different bale sizes. So what we'll do is pick up the coupler first, and we go up to that and pick it up. So we can raise and lower it. Now you have to make sure you're on the actual coupler, oddly enough. If you go to the fork itself, it won't do anything. So you have to switch tools till you get to the actual coupler, and then it will work for some reason. L1 and circle, raise and lower. There's nothing in between. So this one you can't actually, pretty sure, there's no option on this to adjust anything else. I'm just looking at the options. So you can't tilt it backwards and forwards or raise and lower it manually. It is literally L1, X, no, L1 and circle lifts it, L1 and circle drops it, L1 and X folds it away. So for transport, you can do it like that. That opens it, drop it down, and then we go R1 and right stick opens and closes it, so we can open it out to a different width. You can go into a bale and then close it, but you can adjust that to sort of slightly different widths if you want to, depending on what bale size you're going for. Lift it up, and away you go, like so. That's it. That's what it does. Actually, what we'll do, drop that down, stored energy in the hydraulics and that kind of thing. This you will find under, I'm pretty sure it was baling technology, but I will show you when it's installed. The fast coupler is under weights. There you go, tractor triangle, 550 to buy. But the actual thing itself, I'm pretty sure it was under baling technology. There you go, round bale fork, 450 to buy, and that was 4 slots for that. That's by Fabian, Gogobear and Konstii.ls. Onwards, we have got this. This is, as you can probably tell, a bee house. So this is the bee house mod. This is by, I think it's Chemil, it's K3MAL. I think it's Chemil. These are 20,000 to buy each. There are 2 versions of this. There's one without all of the sort of greenery and stuff on it, a more sort of standard, basic one, I guess. That's how you want to call it. Now this is like all the other bee houses, beehives. When you place it, you get paid a certain amount per hour. On this one, depending on what economy level you're playing on, if you're playing on easy, it's 30 per hour, normal 20 per hour, hard 10 per hour per one placed. So for 20 grand, I mean, my only downside with this is there are some other modded bee houses out there, and there's the really small one, which unfortunately kind of, say outperforms, that's probably the wrong way of putting it. But anyway, it's a nice mod, and you'll, like I say, you'll make money from doing it once it's placed. This you'll find under placeables. Was it miscellaneous? I think it was. Yep. So you've got standard bee house there, 20 grand. 5 slots. If you go for the one with the decoration, like the greenery on it, that's 8 slots. So it depends if you want to play in one or not. That's entirely your call. And like I say, but the problem is you've got this one here, the smaller modded bee house, which is only 500 to place. On normal, will pay you out 8 per hour. So 3 of those placed will earn you more per hour than 1 of those, and 3 of those placed only 1,500. So that's the only downside to it is when you get things like this. I love it, and as a mod, it's a really nice mod. But again, if you're coming down to thinking about for cost to place, what you're going to make back and how long it's going to take you to make that money back on it, if you're not bothered about that and you just want the mod, then absolutely, go for it, place it. But a lot of people often say to me, well, but what about, so I just try and play devil's advocate. But there you go, that's the bee house by Chemil. Moving on, we got this. Now we've got 2 sleep through the night trigger buildings today, and what I'm going to do is show you this one, and then I'll have to sell it, and at the end we'll come back and I'll show you the other one, because you can only have 1 sleep trigger, on a map at a time. This is the Log Cabin Farmhouse by GTX. This is 17 slots to place. It does have a sleep through the night trigger. Nice detailing, nice textures. But where this one really comes into its own is when you go inside. It's one of those things that, I mean, most people just use it as a sleep trigger, and that's kind of it really. But this one does say, with its log fire heater and fully equipped kitchen, this small log cabin is the perfect place to relax after a long day on the farm. It is seasons ready, and it does say rooftop snow when using seasons in snowy conditions. So we go inside. A lovely fire going. Got the kitchen. Oh, weirdly. Is that crackling? I've got my headphones on, it's hard to tell. I'm sure when I first came on this it was kind of crackling away, but it's nice, it's a very kind of warming thing. Bottom line of it is, you know, if you want to come down to its absolute bare bones, it's a sleep through the night trigger. You know, that's what it does, but it kind of adds a little bit more to it, doesn't it? That's by GTX. Now this you'll find under placeables, under farmhouses, just there, 42,000 to buy, and like I say, 17 slots to place. So what I will do is I will sell my one at the end. What I will do though is show you, we have got this one, the big brick house. The big brick house is 8 slots to place. Obviously I haven't placed one yet, that's what it's saying. 8 is 100,000 to buy. We'll have a look at that in a little bit more detail when I place it at the end. So there we go. What have we missed? Have we missed anything? I'm just trying to think. Oh yes, I know what we need to do. We'll look at these first and we'll go to that end. Right, let's look at the Mad Max the Mad Max machine. This is the Grimme Veritron 470 modification. This is by WW Let's Play. So as soon as I saw a potato harvester pop up in the thing, I thought, finally we've got the old one back from FS17 that had a 20,000 litre capacity and all that kind of thing. Unfortunately not. This is a kind of reskin, update, modified version of the standard in-game one we've got, which is the Veritron 470. This is only 2 slots more. The standard in-game one's 41, this is 43, but this is what... It's amazing. Massive tyres on this. So we've got a few different options on this. We've got some options for in-cab as well. We've got options to change the colour as well. So, you know, there's a few things you can do with this. It does, I'm pretty sure it does say in the Modhub you can use this on mountains, I think it says. So I'm just checking to my right on my screen. Potato harvester from the standard game was modified by me, provided with configuration options and mouse control. The tyres are now such you can climb mountains with REA mod, I mean that's going to be on PC, without getting stuck. I would never have considered a potato harvester to be a mountain climber, but apparently you can with a particular mod. It's nice, tidy conversion over. Sounds great, does the job. It harvests potatoes, does what it needs to do. So we can open it up as you normally can. Beacons on top, lights. Once it's opened out, we can raise and lower the pipe as well, and tilt like you can with the standard version. You can do that for larger trailers and that kind of thing. When we start it up, then drop it down, does everything it should do for potato harvesting operations. Inside is where it's a bit more interesting because there's a few options. If you look down there, there's like a foot peg down to the left. There's also a pair of, it looks like slippers, like moccasins off to the right, down right in the footwell. But what we've also got, if we look round to the left here, and again it's kind of, it is bells and whistles, and that's what we get with a lot of tractor modifications and those kind of things. But we can right stick side to side, but open. No, how's that working? That's weird. Oh. Oh, that's for the pipe. Inside, left stick side to side opens and closes the door, like so. Right stick is L1, R1, and then right stick side to side raises and lowers the armrest, and right stick up and down raises and lowers the jump seat. So you can put the jump seat out of the way if you want to, put the jump seat down if you want to. And obviously on PC they've got the like the passenger mod, so you can have someone with you in the cab. So if you wanted to go for a kind of more realistic approach, and when you get in and out, you can raise and lower your armrest before you get out and that kind of thing, and stow away the the jump seat. If you wanted to go down that, you don't have to. Of course you don't. And it operates just the same as the regular one. But yeah, nice, tidy mod. What we will do is have a look at this in store. This you'll find under vehicles, under potato technology. Same price as the standard one. I say 41 slots, this is 43, so it's only 2 slots more. So if you're going to go to buy a potato harvester, why not go for this one with a few more extra options and bells and whistles on it. We can change the main colour to anything on the colour palette, like so. We can change the rim colour again to anything we want, like so, for the rims. Then interior decoration, we've got nothing. You can have folding stick footwell, folding stick seat, both folding sticks, shoes, which we saw in the footwell, grease gun. Now, weirdly, I put everything on, and unless the grease gun is somewhere else on it, I didn't come across, I couldn't see it anywhere. Maybe it's somewhere else on the mod itself. Radio, then you've got radio and shoes, radio and both folding sticks, radio and grease gun, both folding sticks, or all. I went for all, so everything was on. I just didn't come across the grease gun. But anyway, those are your options available on the Grimme Veritron 470 Platinum TerraTrack modification by WW Let's Play. Moving on, we've got these, and I like this a lot. Now, this was the mod that terrified me. These are brilliant. A whole array of signs. They are in French. I picked the 2 words that weren't in French. They are French signs, but there's a whole load of stuff in there. Now, it does say in the Modhub, these are by FTModding, BTFTP. It does say French traffic signs, more than 600 different pieces. And I thought, oh no, how am I going to go through 600 mods? I'll be here forever. But fear not, I'm not going to go through all of them, don't worry. But a lot of them are the same thing, but you can scroll through different options for the sign itself. So we haven't got to worry too much. So what I've put on here, just as a kind of demo, we've got these warning things. This is for the thumbnail. This one very apt because you know what I'm like for farming and what CLEG's like for farming. We're always going to have an accident somewhere. That because I'm rapidly approaching 50 and I'm terrified. So that's my warning. That one, obviously, danger for absolutely anything I do on a farm in another one of those. But there is a whole array. Now, what is quality about these is, one, you can pick them up. When you buy them, they're in the store, up at the store. You can pick them up, you can drop them into your flatbed or wherever you've got, which is always very helpful. So you can put them away. They don't fold away or anything like that, but you can put them away. But what was great was they do, please work, they do strap down. Look, they tie down. So if you are taking them somewhere, you can strap them down, which I think is a very nice feature. I like that a lot. Now, weirdly, the other thing was I couldn't find them. I went all over the place. I went into placeables, and I could not find them. I saved the game, I came out, went back in again because I couldn't work out where I'd put them, if I'd lost them. They were under pallets. I don't know why they're under pallets and not under placeables. But I suppose you don't place them, you buy them. But anyway, they're under pallets. And so we begin. We have fence A. Now these all vary in different slots from 1 to 1 and 2. Then nothing's majorly high on the slot count. So fence A, we've got the option to change the design colour, which is one set of the kind of stripes, and then we can change the main colour. So for example, like that. So again, within that 600, there's a whole array of different colours you can do on that particular fence if you want to. We've got fence B. There are no options available, but you can buy multiple ones of those if you're hosting an event, you know, a concert, something like that. We've got fence C. Now it says folding mechanism, but I think that's just for the sign. So you can have that sign or that sign and then back to nothing again. Like I say, they're in French, so if you're not French, like I don't speak French, I'm not fluent, so a lot of the signs meant nothing to me. And I apologise if you're French and watching, I'm sorry. We've got a cone pylon available. We've then got plastic barriers. You can have plastic barriers in red or white. But then we've got the signs. So we've got lizard, sign A. Now weirdly, we've got multiples of these. We've got sign A and sign A2. I couldn't see any differences between them, unless it's just the leg. Oh, does that have folding? Maybe the legs fold on that one. Doesn't look like it. But anyway, maybe. So we go on to this, and look, we've got A and B on that as an option. So we go through A first. We can have all these various different bottom sections. So these are all part of the 600 options we've got available. So as we go through, we come to the end, and we go back to nothing. And then we've got options on the signs themselves. Person putting up an umbrella. Obviously traffic light ones, and so if you can simulate and do all sorts of stuff if you're doing storylines and being inventive and whatever you want to do, I think it's a brilliant idea. So combinations of each, you know, you can do all sorts of things, which is very nice. Like I say, the ones next to A2, yeah, maybe it is the signs, the legs open, but again, options are all exactly the same on those. Then we go on to these. So we've got sign B and B2. Yeah, looking at the picture there, that one looks like the legs are open further. The one on the right looks like they're not. So maybe I need to try one of those out. Let's buy one of those. We'll buy it. We'll go and check it in a second. But we'll look at options anyway. So these are the options on both of these signs. So again, we can go through all the various different signs, but this one is the one where B comes into account, because that means, I think the route's blocked, is it route barrier? But it gives you a warning of how far, which you can change on the B setting. So you can go all the way up to 900 meters from 100. So you can change that yourself if you go for that particular one. If you go on to any of the others, the B setting has no effect. It's only on that particular sign, that one there. So you can change that. Then we've got lizards. Yeah, maybe it's the same with those as well. So lizard sign C and C2. This one, we've got design A, B, C, and then we go through loads of different options on this as well. Then back again. And that's the same on the next one. Then we've got the deviation signs, again D and D2. So we can have various different options. Oh, it's actually one way. Yeah, one way or the other. Oh, that's it. That's just literally a deviation sign. I thought there were more options on that. Traffic beacons, that one's standard, or you can have it with the flashing light, which is what I went for. Now, I haven't found a way of turning that flashing light off. We will have another check in a second when we go back out. Direction signs, A and B, like so. Then we got this one, end of zone. That is just comes as is. We've got a couple of ladder options, and then we've got rack. Now, rack A, that's designed to work, as far as I can tell. We can change the main colour onto any of those in that selection. That's for putting fence panels on. So these fences that we had right back at the start here, these, you can pick them up and you can put them on that for carrying them. So you can put multiple ones on at a time, as far as I can tell. These ones as well can be lifted with pallet forks and stuff, so you can pick up a whole load of those and move them on pallet forks if you want to go down that route. And I think that was the last one on there. The ladders, then that. Yeah, that's the last one. So that's all of those. Now, what we'll do is open up the help menu. If I go over to this, I don't think there's one to turn it off. No, pick up object, but there's not one for like a light switch, so you can't turn that one. That big flashing, it's flashing. Okay, bear with me 1 second. Okay, so that, I think I was right in what I said. This one, the back kind of collapses. When you come to place it, it opens back out again. So I suppose if you do want to put them into the back of a van or something like that, they're not open all the time. So if I lift it up now, when I lift it and rotate it, you see the back legs are folded down. So if you are going to put it into a vehicle, it's going to take up far less space. That's pretty handy, that. And as soon as I flip it over again, it opens out. I like that as an option. That's pretty cool. So if you are going to put them in the back, it kind of seems to be spring-loaded for all intents and purposes, but nice. Rotate that back round again somehow. Not doing that very well, am I? Not doing justice. And then drop it down. Don't fall over. Well, there we go. Good example of that. It folded up, put down. So yeah, I like that as an option. That's cool. I only went for the other ones, but I thought I'd show you. Okay, continuing on. What have we got to look at now? I think we've got one more we're looking at. Just looking down my list. And it's this. This is the Grainquid storage. This is Grainquid storage by MISSYB. Oh no, the brick house. That's what we've got to do as well. So this is a storage silo, but it's Grainquid because it will do grain and liquids. So one side we've got our grain storage tanks. That side we've got our liquid storage tanks. If we click, oh, do I need something? Or is that just way too small to register? Or is it because there's nothing in it? Oh, that's annoying. So I just went to grab some soybean. So we'll empty the soybean in. This is probably not going to show me the liquid options because obviously this is not a liquid container. But tipping in like so, and then we should. Right, so we can do, let's go right back to where we normally start at wheat. So wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflower, soybean, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, sugarcane, total mix ration, chaff, wood chip, silage, grass, hay, straw, manure, pig food. Ah, that's interesting. It doesn't say hay or straw pellets. It does have a 250,000 litre capacity. Nice mod, not too big a footprint for 250,000 litres. It's not too expensive either, if I recall. It's 90 grand, which isn't too bad actually. This you will find under placeables, under silos. Yeah, 90 grand, and it does say, yeah, it will do milk, water, herbicide, liquid fertiliser. It does say it will do fuel and water and slurry and digestate too. So it'll do 250,000 litres of pretty much everything according to that, which is not bad at all. While we're on the subject, I want to apologise for yesterday's mod review because I led people astray and that was my fault. The silo for total mix ration, I said it had an update and it was fixed. Kind of. The fix, unfortunately, the storage for the total mix ration, these mods won't retain it in there for some reason. DD Mod Passion's been working on it and it still can't, it won't work. So the fix was to add into that pack these two. So silo for mixed ration and silo for total mixed ration, both of those. So one goes with 110, one goes with the other one. But look at the prices. 250 grand, 250,000 litre for 180 grand, which is the same price as the actual silo. So if you want to mix your total mixed ration and then store it with this pack, 360 grand for both of those. Whereas I think everyone just assumed you'd be able to use that. So the thing about this is, if you want to use these for like a large mixer, basically it's a huge total mixed ration mixer, you've then got to take it out of there, put it into storage, or you will lose it overnight. So you either use one of the ones that come in the pack, or there are loads and loads of other multi-fruit storage options available, including the one we just looked at by MISSYB, and other ones. I mean, Jim's farm silo there, 59,000. I love those. 500,000 litre capacity, and it takes absolutely everything in those farm silos from the Mercury Farms shed pack. So yeah, sorry for that. It was my fault. I kind of misled people and said that they were fixed, and that they kind of are, but not how people assumed they would be. Which brings us on to the last of the mods, which is the brick house. So again, bear with me. I'm going to sell the one there. We'll place the brick one, and we'll have a quick look at that. So we go, the big brick house by Kacper, 8 slots to place. It's quite a big build. I think it's Polish. I'm pretty sure in the Modhub it said it was a Polish house. Placeable Polish brick house. 100,000 to buy and place, provided your ground is level. It will cost you more if your ground's not level. You can't actually go into this one. Textures and stuff are nice on it, but I suppose when you, again, 100,000 for a sleep trigger, and there are loads of options available, but again, it's more options, it's all there. I'm just saying, look, here it is, it's in the Modhub, it's available. The trigger is just here to sleep through the night if you want to. And again, this may fit the map you're on at the moment, might be perfect for what you want to do. As always, I'm just, like I say, I'm just kind of offering up. I just say, look here, look. You don't say you haven't got to use them. You don't have to. It's entirely up to you. And that's it. That's the mods for today. I think we've covered everything. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, as always. Thanks for watching.